and gentlemen, fighting out of my red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Zach Lindsay.
And now, making his way to the red corner, we have Zach Lindsay.
The other Lindsay brother. Now, I believe this should be a title bout, right? Really, a belt here at this weight class.
Zach's brother Marcus was the opening bout of the evening, picked up a TKO victory.
Yes. You can expect just the same type of athleticism here from Zach.
Zach Lindsay, also the brother of Philip Lindsay, formerly of the Denver Broncos, now currently of 104.3 The Fan. He's being cornered tonight by Stephen Paparocki and Milton Ropi.
It's for a belt, just confirming.
And making his way to the blue corner, we have Jakob Dever. Jakob, a product of the Subhounds, 2-0 in boxing so far, also undefeated in mixed martial arts. Being cornered tonight by Jimmy McCullough and Brandon Waters. And our official introductions.
I've trained with both of these fighters, and I'm telling you, this is going to be a great fight. They're both very athletic.
Is an Airtight Boxing Super Middleweight Championship belt fight. Let's see who will get the belt. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, fighting out of my red corner, make some noise for Zach Lindsay. And his opponent fighting out of my blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Joaquin Dever. Gentlemen, make your way to the center of the ring with instructions. Referee Tim Mills.
Super middleweight strap. It's fight clean and fair. Take the step at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Questions out of the blue. Questions out of the red. Hook them up. Let's fight.
Tim, if he dies, he dies. Mills, the third man in. Fast pace from Lindsay to start.
Oh, good cross by Lindsay. Lindsay's getting heavy on that lead foot, and I heard his corners telling him not to lean. I think it's great advice. I think he needs to sit down on his punches a little bit more. Good job with his jab.
And Jakob looks really comfortable, though, right now. He's working a long guard.
Good body work by Lindsay.
Great changing of the level there, but a quick deuce finds its mark from Jakob. An area of opportunity for both of these guys, though, is just adding some more feints in the process right now. Now, just as I say that, they're starting to mix it up a little bit, but both two big, strong, athletic guys, you've got to start to try to forage for your openings. Very competitive first round between these two in this super middleweight title fight. Now, if you're Jimmy McCullough in the corner of Joachim Dever, what are you offering?
I think he needs to open up his offense a little bit more. I think he played a little bit more defensive and let Lindsay dictate that fight, that round at least. So I would tell him to get a little bit more active behind, start parrying that jab and going over the top potentially. But yeah, definitely more action in this second round would be needed.
Lots of life being shown in each corner between the two.
Yeah, they show no sign of slowing down or being tired.
And was that actually a bit of a smile on the face of Joachim?
I think they both did.
Usually just a picture of stoicism.
Good jab by Lindsay. Good counter with that too, by Dever.
I like how Zach is staying low, though.
His head movement has been really good too.
Tim, better get out of the way.
Yeah, a little bit of a tie up there with the ref. Oh, good jab right
Good
there.
time, left hand.
Good timing on that. Oh, straight down the pipe, 1-2 by Lindsay.
Lindsay looks great tonight, man.
He does.
This is one of the best pure striking performances that we've seen out of him so far.
Oh, good 1-2 down the pipe again. He's finding a home for that 1-2 down the pipe.
Big
Lindsay.
body shot from Dever lands.
Good hit, good movement.
This has been a really disciplined outing so far for Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay's looking sharp.
But a very tightly contested bout so far through the first two rounds. It is anybody's fight as we go into this third
this is
final frame.
not close to being over. Both fighters are still looking fresh. There is no sign of fatigue in either side of the corners here.
Agreed. Joachim playing to the crowd a little bit. 120 seconds to decide it all.
Right. One home with a fresh new little belt around their waist.
Now, I do think both guys are potentially going to have to take a little bit of a risk here in this third round, just to put a statement on it.
Yeah, it's been
to
very
say
competitive.
yes.
Very competitive fight between both fighters. And you never know. Again, judges could be looking at stuff that we're not even looking at. Good head movement by Lindsay. Body came over with that hook up top.
You could tell Jakob is trying to find a big shot, but Lindsay is scoring just with small shots in the
Yeah.
meantime.
He's
just
disrupting
racking
his
up.
timing. That's
Exactly.
what it is. Lindsay's doing a good job disrupting the timing of Dever. Always throwing something in front, giving him something to think about. If you notice, Lindsay isn't throwing all power. Sometimes he just pops that job out to just give him something to think about. It's
Good
short
counter
hook.
shot. Jakob finds a body shot.
Yeah. Not bad thinking by Dever. Dever needs to slow Lindsay down, and those body shots are just the only way to do it. So he has the right idea. He just has to find that home for that hand, for that either right. He likes throwing that right hook to the body.
Zach is just being an athlete tonight, though. Again, like in some of his best performances, he's an athlete. Yes. He's using his conditioning, he's using his volume, he's using some of these tools of just being an athlete to win this fight tonight.
Yeah. And like we already knew starting, as soon as we saw the Lindsay brothers on it, we know those were athletic people, and they were going to come out and put out a showing, and that's what they both did. Great fights by both brothers.
And a blitz at the finish there. Both guys finding some scoring shots in that final exchange within the short time clacker. It'll be interesting to see who the judges give this fight to. I think that it came down to potentially that third and final round. But again, hey, we've said it a couple of times already tonight. There's a reason why we have the headset, and there's a reason why we're not judges.
Agreed.
Folks, how did you see it from home? You can let us know online. Hit me up on social media. That's Jordan Kurtz at Comments from the Peanut Gallery on Instagram and in the Peanut Gallery MMA on TikTok. And in just a couple of moments, we will see who walks away with super middleweight gold. And final tally coming from our officials sitting ringside.
Scorecards are in. Judge Tripoli scores the bout 30-27. Judge Short scores the bout 29-28. Judge Abeda scores the bout 29-28. We have a unanimous decision for our winner. Fighting out of our blue corner, Joaquin Daver.
And congratulations to Jakob Dever picking up the victory here tonight at Airtight Boxing. All
Sorry,
right.
guys.
Well,
It is a unanimous decision, and Zach Lindsay did, in fact, win the bout. They're both underlined, guys, so my apologies.